Today I'm making tomato basil soup. My cousin got married this past weekend and served some fantastic tomato basil soup, so I decided to try and recreate it. You can turn on subtitles by pressing the CC button or check out the full list of ingredients in the video description. We're going to start off by oven roasting some tomatoes. So you're going to need 4 tomatoes, quartered, salt, pepper, and olive oil. I'm dumping out my tomatoes onto a foil-lined baking sheet and drizzling them with olive oil. I was going to try and drizzle them individually, but decided to just pour it all over and mix the tomatoes with the oil to coat evenly. Set them all cut side up and hit them with some salt and pepper. Now into a 375-degree oven they go for about an hour. We're using both roasted and fresh tomatoes for this soup, and it's going to give some amazing depth of flavor. Don't be afraid to let the tomatoes char a little bit. Now we can get started on the soup. You'll need some butter, olive oil, 1 small onion chopped, 1 clove of garlic minced, the 4 roasted tomatoes, 4 fresh tomatoes roughly chopped, 2 cups of chicken broth, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, 2 teaspoons of sugar, half a cup of fresh basil, 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and half a cup of heavy cream. Let's start off by heating 1 tablespoon each of butter and olive oil in a pan until the butter is melted. Now add in the onion and saute a couple of minutes until softened. Next add in the garlic and continue cooking for a minute before adding in the fresh tomatoes, roasted tomatoes, chicken broth, vinegar, sugar, basil, salt, and pepper. Mix it all together and let it simmer for 20 to 25 minutes to cook through the tomatoes and soften everything. Pour everything into a blender and blend till smooth. I had originally only added a cup of liquid to my soup, but it came out too thick, so I added a 2nd cup of chicken broth in the blender to get the consistency I was looking for. If you need to add more liquid, go ahead and do that now and just blend it in. To finish up the soup, I'm going to heat 3 tablespoons of butter, and I'm just using the same pan from before pouring in the contents of the blender and adding in the heavy cream. Mix it all up and let it simmer a few more minutes or until you're ready to serve. I'm serving mine with a Gouda and apple grilled cheese sandwich and adding a few finishing touches. A drizzle of olive oil and a little heavy cream and basil for color. It's simple but adds some nice color and contrast to the bright orange soup. And this soup is just as good as the one I had at my cousin's wedding. It's super smooth and creamy. It's got a nice strong basil flavor and rich deep tomato flavor with a hint of chicken. The roasted tomatoes really add a lot to this soup. The soup is great on its own or with a grilled cheese for dipping. Perfect for chilly fall weather. If you give this one a try, share a picture on Instagram and tag me at Maikoh with 4 H's. Also, if you liked watching this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to watch another video, you can click the card over on the right. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider subscribing. I would love to have you around, and I hope to see you all next Thursday. Thanks for watching.